guys, there is this news circulating on the media whereby a lieutenant by name Samson Haruna, who is the regimental medical doctor of the 6th Battalion military in Akwa Ibom State in Nigeria, was set ablaze by his own wife, Reti Haruna. Guys, the worst part of it is that this beautiful couple just tied the knots barely 5 months ago in a flamboyant wedding. From the look of things, this wedding was the talk of town. Yes, you heard me right. Just take a look at the pictures and the videos on the screen. All you could see is love. But what happened to this love just within the space of 5 months is what we are about to unveil in this video. So guys, if you're stumbling on this channel for the very first time, you're welcome to True Crime by Irene. And guys, please subscribe to my channel and turn on your bell of notifications so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. So guys, it is said that after this wonderful couple tied the knots 5 months ago, that is in April, they started experiencing some turbulences in their marriage. And from the look of things, it was coming from the lieutenant's side. It is said that his wife saw this, message on his phone from a lady. The message was not disclosed, okay, if it was a romantic message. However, guys, women always have that instinct when their husband is cheating. And so, Miss Reti Haruna accused her husband of infidelity. And when she confronted him, the husband bluntly refused, okay? He refused this allegation. And that sparked up a lot of, trouble in their home. And as time went by, Miss Reti was not ready to let go of this allegation. She kept nagging over the situation in her home. And the lieutenant became fed up. So, it is said that on one fateful day, she set the man ablaze, okay? That is the first version of the story, and that is the most popular version circulating online. Out of anger, out of frustration and jealousy, she set him ablaze. However, Nurse Reti Haruna has come out to refuse, okay, this allegation that she is responsible for her husband's catastrophe. And I'm gonna put the voice note that she sent so you can listen for yourself, and I'll be right back.
21st, on the 22nd, on the 22nd of September, he came and dropped me off from work. His elder brother asked him to pack his things from the room and leave me and frustrate me. When I'm frustrated, I'll leave the room. So he bought a new mattress and then he packed to another room to the store. The store had fuel and other things inside. So while he was packing, he accidentally hit the fuel. When he hit the fuel poured in the house. So he has been beating me. He has beaten me on so many occasions that I even had miscarriage. So he was threatening me with lighter that he's going to set me ablaze if my parents don't come to carry me. So immediately he said he set me.
Come back, guys. So you all heard a tiny little part of what Nurse Riti has to say. So, according to her, she said that on the 22nd of September 2025, she and her husband, the deceased, were experiencing some marital crisis in their home. And the man, that is her late husband, threatened to set the house ablaze if her father does not come to pick her up. So the man was already fed up with the wife and was saying that if her father does not pick her up, he was going to set the house ablaze, including her. Okay? So, out of frustration, he decided to go sleep in another room. You know, they are newlywed and they don't yet have kids, so presumably they have this room in their house that serves as a storage where they store, things. And unfortunately, there were gallons of fuel in that room. And when this guy got in the room, he stumbled on 1 gallon and he didn't even notice that some fuel spilled on the floor. And he ignited a lighter, and that is how he got himself ablaze. Now the question is that why will he ignite a lighter in a room that has fuel? And I believe this man was aware that that is where the stuff were. Or could it be that he's a smoker and he wanted to smoke some cigarette to cool off? That is when he lit the lighter and the house, set ablaze. Other than that, I will not see why he would want to, strike a lighter or a match when he was the only one in that room. And according to him, he wanted to set the wife ablaze. So why will he decide to set the ignite fire in the room where he was alone? That is a big question. So let me move forward. Nurse Reti also said that when this incident happened, her husband was being rushed to the military base hospital, and because his injury was so severe, they decided to take him to Oyo Teaching Hospital, where he couldn't succumb to his burns, and he passed away in the early hours of, the 7th of October 2025. May his soul rest in perfect peace. My condolences to his family. Furthermore, Nurse Riti also said that during her deceased husband's stay at the hospital where he was receiving treatment, she went there severally to visit him, but the nurses sent her away. However, her husband told them not to send her away because he is responsible for his own predicament. He told them that he was the one who set the house ablaze and not his wife. Okay? But we do not know how far that is true. Unless these nurses come out to testify. So these are the two versions of this story. However, there is something I want to state clearly here. Ladies and gentlemen, marriage is a thing of joy. Marriage is a beautiful journey. It is true there are challenges in every home. But in a case of domestic violence, you have every right. As a matter of fact, just walk away. because it is better for you to stay alive than for you to die in the process. So guys, like I was saying, it is better for you to stay alive than for you to try to keep a spouse or a man who does not want to be kept. Okay? So, if this man was a cheat and he was violent, according to the message this lady is spreading online, why didn't she leave this relationship? And I believe they had some time to date each other. She must have already seen these red flags. Okay? And if she decided to go into this relationship after knowing that this man is violent, and even when the man was telling her that he was going to set the house ablaze if her parents do not come to pick her up, why didn't she leave? That is the big question. So with all of these, points put together, if I were married to someone just 5 months, I believe 5 months you guys are still experiencing honeymoon. And if within 5 months the relationship is that toxic, and you claim that the toxicity was coming from the man, why didn't you leave? It's not by force. It's not a do or die thing. Okay? If a man cheats on you and you cannot stand a cheating man, leave. Rather than setting this man ablaze, if that is the truth. Everybody owns their life and no one has the right to take away anybody's life. If a man is violent on you, if a woman is beating you up, leave the relationship. It's not a must. God didn't say that if you only those who are married will make the kingdom of heaven. No. It is better to be alone and happy than to be in a violent relationship. So, another point also is that if she is claiming that this man actually ignited himself, okay, like I'm saying, why would this man want to ignite the room when the man's actual target was this lady? That is another red flag. Could it be that the man wanted to set her ablaze, and when he ignited the match or whatever means of fire he was using, he got caught up in this fire? That is what we do not know. But to me, in my opinion, allegedly, I do not think this man would really want to set himself ablaze. And I know when there is fire, at least both parties would be affected. But this lady came out without a scratch. Well, investigations are currently going on, and whenever there is a new update, I'm going to let you guys know. But what I have to say is that, guys, marriage is a beautiful thing, but it's not a must. If it's not working out, pack your bags and leave. There is no prize. There is no medal for those who stay in, a violent marriage, in a toxic relationship. There is no award. If it's not working out, you better leave, okay? I hope people can learn from this. Try to control your anger. Self-control is very important in a marriage because you are living with somebody who's not your brother. You didn't grow up together. You did not have the same upbringing. You should be able to control yourself in a lot of situations in order to avoid violence. Until then, see you on my next video. Bye-bye.